Welcome back to the Hobby Chop Podcast, the podcast for the people. I am Big Ken. He is Zip. Zip, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Just rolling on, ready for this. Been pretty slow in the hobby for me the past week or two. So
today's the most excited I've seen you getting ready for this podcast tonight. I mean, like it's like way over the top excited to be here tonight. So you've gotten me excited to be here.
I mean, listen. When your job is you're an emergency worker for the state of Connecticut. About state-funded home care programs, and half of your calls is about SNAP benefits, and I have no control over that, and I have all these concerned people. It's nice to get away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
nice to do something fun.
Yep. We all need that release, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Better off doing it here than being at the local bar.
Absolutely. Just have a beer and talk to Big Ken and do our normal Tuesday night episode. Absolutely.
Yeah. So before we get into it, I've been waiting since June 16th. I had a PSA order. There was 6 orders total, 5 popped, waiting on that one forever. It was supposed to be done like November 1st or something like that. So it pops today, and just like mostly all my other orders, every Caitlin Clark card that was in that order is either 8 or a 9.
Okay. Are they Prism cards, or what are the sets? Because this matters. This totally
matters. They are all Prism cards.
Okay, there you go. What do you think about that? Because I think
I think I look at all those cards the same way that I'm sending in for grading, right? Yep. So I'm comparing those cards. I'm making sure those cards are as good, have the best opportunity to gem, and I send them in, and the best I can get are 8s and 9s. Like they refuse to give me a 10 unless I send like 7 or 8 of the same cards. They'll throw me a bone and give me like 110. So it's like, to me, I just feel it's about the controlling those pop counts. You got nothing to say.
Well, it's like I don't know. I know the gem rate on that set is particularly tough. Yeah. I also know I personally got a lot of 10s of the ones I sent out there. But then I also know you go over the top looking over these cards. I mean, you showed I was there this weekend, and you have this crazy setup, and I'm like, you and others we know, I'm like, you guys are doing way too much. I don't think it's that serious, but clearly not.
Well, there's a lot of money involved, I know it's the same amount of money for everybody else, but
no, I get that. I just the prisms, were they like parallels, base? What was the
the blue, the orange,
the retail stuff,
the ice?
Yeah, the retail stuff. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I know something like for a lot of those, they had a really tough tough surface. I remember on a lot of them, but you probably saw that. If there's anything, what do you think it could be? Because to not have any inclination on an 8 is interesting. Like if you haven't, if you didn't know, if you're like shocked and it's a 9 versus a 10, like so be it. But I feel like if you're really surprised about some of them being 8s, then that's kind of telling, right?
Yeah, I mean, somebody said something to me the other day, and I guess it's the conspiracy theory, and there is, after they give me these 8s and 9s, I'm like, why do I want them? They're offering me strong, better money that I'm going to get at a show.
Yeah.
Like if I took these cards to a show, if they're selling on eBay for $34 or $39 and they're offering me $29 on it, right? I mean, why wouldn't I just say take the card, right? Because why ship it back to me? Let me wait and go set up at a show and let someone come in and offer me $15 or $17 for the card, right? So the conspiracy theory is, do they take those cards back, crack them, and make them 10s? I mean, it could
conspiracy theory. I I don't mean to laugh at you. I just like
you didn't see that one coming, did you?
No, that's you're crazy. I think a lot of times in the hobby, a lot of us have this like and I don't mean this in a negative way. I think a lot of us have this egocentric view.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is we all think like it's all about us and they're trying to get one over on us, when in reality, like their algorithm for those offers is like just some algorithm that's just math computing. And I saw something in a video of like, it was an Aaron Judge rookie, and a PSA 8 had a higher offer than the PSA 9 because a PSA 8 had a rogue sale and the card gems so much. There's not as many PSA 8 sales as the 9. So like the PSA 8 had a higher offer at the PSA like app in the vault than the PSA 9 did. So it's just like they got their own crap to worry about over there on their offers. Like, I mean, think about that. You're offering higher on an 8 than a 9. And it's just like, I mean, like that's actually a good segue. Like I have that. I know last week I mentioned I bought that Brady card. Let me pull it up and see where it's at in real time. Because when I was at your house this weekend,
Here, but before you go, I want to just do something else. I'm going to share my screen for a minute.
Yep, go for it.
Right. So you see this card.
Yes.
And you see the offer. Can you see the offer on there? What they're asking? Right on the side here.
250. Yep.
250. So the last one sold on eBay for 300, but there's one on there right now. It's 239 or best offer to buy it. I don't think this is a special card by any means.
No.
Right. So
with available data, though, I think that's objectively a good offer then, right?
Well, I would think it would be. It's more than what the buy it now or best offer is.
Because like if I went and bought that for 239 or whatever it's listed as, that would drop.
It would. Yeah, it would probably drop to like
$190,
210 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I mean she's not going to be back to play. My thought is take the 250 on it and just keep moving, because
take the 250 and go buy the 239 if you want it back. Why not?
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got so many Juju Watkins autographs like in this, and I know, personally that this is not a special card by any means.
No. Nope.
So I wanted to start that segment that says, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, I think with the WNCAA market, as much as we enjoy it and think it's a legitimate market and all of that, it's niche compared to baseball, compared to NBA, compared to NFL. I think that's not even like an opinion, right? Like that's just fact. So I think you need to take your money. It reminds me a lot, and it's even more niche than this, but like when I did soccer only a couple of years ago, when I would, you probably remember when I was doing that, and it was just like I had to take my money where I could get it. And then sometimes I'd be set up at a show and I would have a card sell on eBay for like double what my sticker price was at the show for soccer.
Yep.
So for something like that, if it were me, depending on what you're into it to, I would just take the money and then keep it moving, because you have Juju, like you have like top tier Juju stuff. So it's like a matter of if you want to have volume of Juju or quality or both. Like,
yeah, I mean, I would rather take that money and get into cards like these red autos to 10.
Absolutely. I'd rather have that too.
Which is so much. I think it means so much more than.
Yeah.
And I want to see what Howard was saying here. Howard said, even if you sell all the cards back to PSA, you will still be charged the shipping fee. It's stated under the FAQ on the PSA site, but you know what I think about that.
I think we got to hit the power switch off at PSA for just like a day for them to just figure it out.
Oh, so what he's saying is they've already taken my shipping money. So, but they still have to ship me the other cards anyways. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Let me give a quick update on that Brady, and we will keep it moving because I thought it was interesting. When I bought the card, the PSA offer was $725. Howard, thanks for popping in. When we were at your house with the Bills Chiefs game, I brought it up. I was like, Howard, let's see where it's at. It was at $696 Sunday, and now it is Tuesday, and it is at $717. So just offers going up and down, and I don't know why, but I just hope that thing gets in the vault ASAP so I can move it. I also took a card off. So I had purchased a card in a collection, sent it to PC Sports Cards, had it up on their fixed price setting. Like it was listed on their eBay for $300, and there's a $250 offer on it in the PSA vault, and no one was biting on it. I got like an offer of like $150, which was ridiculously low. So I just had them send it to the PSA vault. I'm wasting shipping costs, but it's still going to be profitable for me. It's just like that offer is more than I would net. So
yeah, and something that I know we talked about this before, and you and I had talked about this because I think when PSA started that vault, you couldn't, like, once your card got to the vault, you couldn't ask for it to get it back. That was my understanding. So I looked into that, and I pulled up this, the AI overview. It says yes, you can request cards to be shipped to you from your PSA vault. So that was also good too. So when you get some of these cards, graded, even if you're sending them there, if you don't want them back, anytime soon, right? Or you think you might want to hold them like I do and sell them,
later on.
a month or two or 3
use
months.
it as a vault for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Will you pull up Lorena Florio 2964 had a question. I don't have a definitive answer, but from multiple sources I've heard there's like a pool of buyers for specific like category types, and they have like maybe like a buying list of who they're looking for, and that's how the offers are like based off or like what they're buying. So I don't know I'm sure it's some repackers. I'm sure
I would think it would be mostly repackers.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a pool of buyers too.
Yeah.
It's not just like one or two people,
Military Breaker, buddy, hit me up. I'm your man. John Dorch, how we doing, gentlemen? John, how are you? Welcome to the show.
How are
Ziggy,
you?
I don't know if you're still here. I know you came in an hour early.
But I know he was
as excited as you were for the episode tonight.
Before 8 p.m. he was saying cheers. So Ziggy's on one. Always good to have Ziggy in the chat. He's always a pleasure to have, and always cracks us up. Some good comments.
So before we jump into the the meat and potatoes of the episode, we just want to we dropped that announcement last week for the trade night at Mohegan. That'll be on November 22nd, and we have Chris and Christina from Card Ladder are going to be there for the trade night, special guests. So it's definitely going to be a fun night. 6 to 10 now. So the trade nights have always been, I think, 6 to 9, and I saw we have an extra hour down there. So
and I was messaging with Christina today, and I told her that I would put this out. She is one card away from creating an entire rainbow, a prism of Maxi Kleber. 2020, you know about this, I'm sure. 2020, 21. And I actually sent her a Chat GPT iteration of the card that she's missing. Of the neon green fast break at a 9. I'm sorry, at a 5. So she will be there. If you have that card or if you find it, bring it to her. It's to complete a rainbow of one of the modern Prism sets seems like an impossible task, right? Like, think about how many parallels there are, and then you get to the weeds, and it's the out of 5. She has all the 1-on-1s. It's the out of 5. That's crazy, right? Like, that's the one. And she was telling me that she had a lead on one in Australia. But it was like a hobby shop, and they put it in a repack. And I said to her, I was like, you imagine how upset someone will be if they get that card in a repack?
They could be like, you can just keep that.
I know. But not to know, like, there's someone who would be like chomping at the bit, like, for it. I mean, just complete. If we can get her to complete the Prism Rainbow by the end of this month, I'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it for her.
I think it'll be worth it for all of us, dude, because I swear I
think she's been looking for this card for a long time.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's the first time I've heard this.
No. I've been hearing about this for, it feels like years. So, like, we don't have to hear about it anymore, and it would be wonderful for her.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she'd be, like, over the top about it. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'd be like giving back to her.
Especially because, like, Chris has picked up, like, umpteen Jordan 1-of-1s. It's like, how is he acquiring all these Jordan 1-of-1s and she can't find a maxi Kleber out of 5? That's crazy to me.
Well, it's those cards that end up that people really either one, they really don't know what they have, and it ends up in a box. And you came over here, you saw the shelves and all the boxes I have. I could have a maxi Kleber in that box. Who knows? I don't know what I got in those boxes, right?
Well, that's what I said too. I was like, it's probably in a value box somewhere.
Yeah,
because it's
or it's either somebody that doesn't know what they have, or someone that knows what they have, and
that's why it's in the value box. Yeah,
that's my PC.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have a couple 1-of-1s rolling around this office. I bet you somewhere somebody who's been looking for the 1-of-1 of whoever I have, right? So where there's a butt for every seat.
There sure is. And how about a very notable sale from one of our friends of the show, the Cardboard Collaborative, talking about a 1-of-1 that you have, and he boosted up your market quite a bit. He sold the Silas Sword Social Studies that sells seashells by the seashore. That alliteration there. For $700, which was the second
at $725. Oh no.
I thought it was $700 on that. My bad.
Yeah.
Major sale for WNCAA on an insert. I mean, it's super fractal, but it's an insert, and it's not like a top insert. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a big sale.
It's not a top insert. But I've said this all along. It's one of the top players.
Absolutely.
And she's Michigan, which I'm telling you, I many people in my life went to Michigan, and they're a whole separate breed of people about their athletes and that school, and die hard when it comes to sports. So, and not like I'm trying to drive down my Sarah Strong. I have the identical Sarah Strong card.
Oh,
at the time, I was thinking maybe it's a $500-$600 card, but now I'm thinking it's $1,200-$1,500 if Silas.
Absolutely. I think I was going to say that exactly. It's like, I think we had a conversation in depth, like going through looking at the data points. I'm like, this is a major data point that's more like, you can easily find like a multiplier or whatever between Silas Swords and Sarah Strong based on a ton of sales. So, like, I think it's an indication. I think it's one of many sales that's an indication in the legitimacy of this niche market we like, and that it's it might be here to stay, and it might be here growing, especially with the NIL. Like, we keep saying this. We've been saying this now. Stacking Slabs, they picked it up and they had a whole episode on it. So probably more people will let's do it. But like we've been saying this all along of like, this is going, and you've been in it like since before, honestly, I know anyone really being into it. And it's an emerging market.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. And you know what? People aren't, you're not going to get rich, right?
No.
And I think that's what keeps people out of that lane too. I mean, people, you've heard me talk all the time. I don't mind getting up and hitting singles and doubles,
Yep.
right? I don't need to keep hitting home runs. And somehow I think hitting the singles and doubles lets you be part of that community,
Yeah.
right? So you're not coming in and trying to make $1 million on a couple of cards and run off to the next, whatever the next hot thing is. And now lay down some roots in a community of something. I've met so many great people, in this community, and I'm happy being here. So it's kept me here. Once I got in, it's kept me here, and I'm happy to be here.
And what's nice too is like it's and I know you know this because I know it too, is like it's a market. It's the product that you can buy boxes, you can buy into breaks, and it's really not going to break the bank.
Yeah, it's affordable.
Like you can't. I couldn't have opened the amount of like NFL Prism boxes that I did of Bowman Chrome U, or else I would have to sell my house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like ridiculous. So, I love it. I think it's a great market.
John, yes, I did watch the UConn game tonight. The ladies looked great. Sarah Strong looked amazing. Her and Ozzie Fudd. And hey, look, Kaylee Heckel, right, comes off the bench, and when nobody else could put the ball in, she came out and did it in the second half. So, a transfer that a young transfer that probably you'll see a couple really good years at UConn.
Yep.
Military Breaker, I don't know if you were here before, but I'm still your guy. You got stuff to sell, just give me a call. I don't know where you are this weekend, but we can certainly meet up.
Hey, and before we get into and we'll run over the quick synopsis of what Pop It or Chop It is. What do you have coming up for card shows that you're setting up at? So
this weekend is the Titan show in New York. Yes, Military Breaker. I appreciate that. Yeah, so the Titan show, I'm going to set up there Saturday.
Cool.
Where's and then that? It's in New York. I know it's it's Yorktown. Okay. Yorktown, New York. It's down off of 684.
Okay.
I've set up at that show and I've recapped it a number of times. And that show is crazy. That show, either I go there and it's either feast or famine. Either the show's off the hook or looking for coffee to keep me awake on the way home.
I'm not there to go out in the pouring rain to get you coffee. get hypothermia because I'm out in the rain for your iced coffee. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, where you been, man? I've been going to get my own coffee.
I know.
And then Howard taught me how to how to get people to deliver it to you.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, you gotta pay them.
Oh, you gotta pay them. Yeah, that's rough, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, real quick, not a hobby story. I ordered Chinese food on Halloween. And my brother, it was Uber Eats. My brother-in-law got the order, and he goes, "Oh yeah, here you go, Erica." And I'm like, "You idiot! That's not her order." It was for Erica. It literally said the order was for Erica rather than my name. And he's like, "Oh, here you go, Erica." Thinks it's all funny. It's like, dude, that's not our order. Like,
was that the girl picking it up, or you got the whole wrong order?
I got Erica's order.
Oh.
and he's like, "Oh, here you go, Erica."
I hope she ordered something good.
No, it was terrible. Or it was like a bunch of chicken fingers and like not what I wanted. I got like General Tso's and
Erica was not eating healthy.
Yeah, so I called the restaurant and I had to then drive downtown, go get it and all that. Yeah. But they had my food there still. So I was just like, yeah. And then I tried to call my Uber Eats driver. And it hooked me up to some, like you have to call Uber to then call your driver. It's like a middle person service.
This is why you go get it yourself.
And it hooked me up to some. It like sent me through to some girl in Chicago that was not my driver, who said, "Stop effing calling me." This is so like every Uber her phone number must have been hooked up for every like Uber driver that was like, and I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I just didn't get my food. She was not happy, so her phone must have been blown
Trick
up.
or treat.
Yeah, it was a trick. It was a trick on Halloween. You're right. But aside from that little detour, I have a whatnot show tomorrow. I think what I'm gonna start doing, because like I enjoy doing the whatnot shows. There's value to doing the whatnot shows, but something I've noticed is that, and I know we've spoken privately, I've spoken here a bit. I'm quite efficient with how I process my cards, and this has slowed that down tremendously. Because like the amount of auctions I can run in the time frame, and then keeping that inventory for those, like I have way too many cards than I'm comfortable with. So I think what I'm gonna start doing is, as I'm picking cards up, like I'm gonna basically give whatnot a first crack at them. And then cards over a certain amount, I'm just going to send out for consignment to keep it moving. Because
that's kind of what you were doing anyways.
I wasn't, though. I was just like, oh, hold on to this for next week for whatnot. It's been like a month and a half, and I'm like, I have these cards that like should have sold by now, but like I'm not running them at $2 because they're $80. You know, like not doing that. And so, but anyways, tomorrow night, I have a ton of Kobe and Jordan inserts that I have priced, like in the buy it now or best offer, that I will take best offers on. So I'm going to do that. And then if they don't last, they're going to go out to the Evil Empire on eBay, and they're going to sell. So
nothing wrong with that.
No. Cause I got to keep it moving. Cause I'm like, I want to grow this whatnot. And eventually I'll be at a place where hopefully I can run those at $2 and get the price. But
that's a whole different world over there.
It is different.
Yeah,
it is different.
Yeah,
it's fun though. Like it's really fun, and it's also like I've really enjoyed. Like I had someone come on the show the other night, 2 weeks ago, because last Wednesday was my birthday, so I didn't do the show. But 2 weeks ago, I had someone come in who was a Steelers fan. And I had cool Steelers cards, not like break the bank. Like they were probably like $3 to $5. I gave them to him each for $2 that I had picked up in a collection, probably averaged out at like God knows how many pennies, right? So I gave him to each of them for $2, and it like made his night. And it was like a cool TJ Watt card, a cool Joe Green card, and
so at this point, you just say, "Hey, I'm just going to start them at $2 each," and he's the only one buying them. Is that kind of what happened?
For those specifically, yeah. But I also was like, "Hey, no one else bid on these. These are for him," because he had also he had bought a lot during the stream and supported me, and he was like, "Do you have any Steelers cards? Like that's my PC. I'm in I'm right outside of Pittsburgh. Yada yada yada." And that's the stuff that like it's not driving home like the dollars, but it's like I'm creating a tiny community there. Yeah. And it's fun. It's really fun. And the banter's fun, and it's just a good time. That's the stuff that makes it like exciting to come back. Cause I told you about when I tried to do that pop-up on the Sunday morning, and that was awful.
But sometimes I get into and people are like, no, nothing's happening. And I can see all these great cards in the back. And I'm like, hey, you have any women's college basketball? And they're like, oh yeah. And all of a sudden they'll run like a base Juju Watkins or something, and I'm like, next next room.
I've been there too, and I don't take it personally.
I'm not going to be pressured into buying that card. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and like on the other side of it, just so people know, like if I ran a card at $1 and it sold for $1, which I'm at the point now where like a lot of cards that are like $5 or $6, they were going at $1, and I'm netting like 48 cents from that. So I start them at $2, so I get $1.48. That's just the transparent of like I'm starting stuff at $2, so like my bottom line is 148. Like because I know I'm
about profit, right? What was that saying you had? Something about profit. Every sale with profit is.
I don't remember saying this. If you give me credit, I will.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember you used to have this saying about if you're selling something for a profit, it's something, I don't know.
You can never go broke taking a profit. Listen,
You can never go broke. So 48 cents, 50, whatever. You can't go broke, right?
I really can't take credit for that because I've heard that from I don't know how many people forever. But listen, if you want to put my name to that, like,
well, you said it. That's
we'll trademark it. We'll put T-shirts on it. We'll put it on coffee mugs. We'll get it going.
All right. So you've got what? Not tomorrow night. Saturday, I have Yorktown.
Yep.
And the following weekend, I'm traveling. The weekend after that's Mohegan.
Yeah.
The second is Mohegan Sun. The Saturday after that, the 29th, is the big show at the Doubletree in Bristol. And we are set up live there. We did this show last May.
What date? What date is that?
29, Friday, Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Cool.
So we're set up live there. We'll be doing live broadcasting, some interviews, and definitely.
Look who entered the chat.
Mr. Michael.
Oh, jeez. Michael Myers.
All right. So explain to the people what Pop It or Chop It is, and let's jump into it.
We're gonna do a segment called Pop or Chop It. We did it one time before this, right?
Yep.
And we left it pretty loose, and we can, go on for our explanations about this. Pop It is overall a positive reaction. Chop It is a negative reaction, right? That's a fair way of putting it. You have any other way?
Yeah, I mean, it's just what's currently going on. We're gonna call out a player, and we're either popping. They're either popped or we're chopping them. We're cutting them off.
Right? Yeah, we got players or trends, subjects, but we're gonna start off with some NFL players, and it's we're gonna go on their market. So first is Caleb Williams. Pop it or chop it?
For me?
Yeah.
Chop.
Chop. Why are you chopping Caleb Williams?
He's got at least another year over there. I mean, the good things are happening in Chicago. They've got so much talent over there. I just think they need the time to put it together. I really do. I think they show these bursts of, great things over there. But at the end of the day, my own personal feeling, at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to be building any Caleb Williams statues in Chicago. Like, I just don't see it. I just don't think he's going to be the guy that's going to be able to take them to a Super Bowl, no matter how good that team gets.
Ever, because
Caleb Williams will never take them to a Super Bowl.
Okay. I was going to say.
So as far as Caleb Williams, that would be yes, ever, in my view.
Okay. Because I was going to say for in the short term, a chop it, but like when the off season comes around, I could see people getting pretty strong on him as the second year with Ben Johnson and all that narrative. So, but yeah, I agree with you for now, chop it. I just see, McCarthy came back. He looked better than he looked before he got hurt. You have the Lions in there and the Packers. Like, it's just, the Bears aren't even a bad team, but they're clearly fourth in the division, right?
Yeah, there's an average NFL team right now. There's a lot of talent on that team, and they'll be one of those teams that will win games. They'll be right in it. They'll be fighting to try to win their division and things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think they have what it takes to get to the next level. You know what? I don't even know. I don't think he's on this list. But with Green Bay and Jordan Love, everybody was like, "Oh, this is it." They got this one defensive player. They're going to and I was the only one on the other side saying, "I don't think so." I just don't.
I picked the Vikings too when we did the preseason division picks. I picked the Vikings over the Lions too, which was great. They just beat them, but I was with you. And they look fraud. Didn't they just lose to the Panthers?
Yeah, that happens though. It's not an indication of that the team is bad or not.
They're not as good as they looked like in the first 2 weeks. I think you'd agree that everyone was like, "Oh, look at this juggernaut," and they're clearly not that.
Yeah, it's like Buffalo Bill beating DJ Sports. Where's Michael? Where's Eastern Entertainment? I'm waiting for the update. How the last place guy beat the first place guy in fantasy.
Yep. Hey, it happened any given Sunday. The next one, I'm actually really curious to hear what you think about this. Pop it or chop it on CJ Stroud.
Chop it.
Yeah.
Chop it. I mean, I like CJ Stroud. I've always liked him. I always felt he had the ability to be a player in the NFL, but I just don't think that organization is using him the way he should be used. I still personally think he is a good player. I think he got overshadowed by this whole rookie class that came in the next year. And yes, Military Breaker just said that injury prone, which is so tough. I think there's another injury prone guy on this list we're going to get to momentarily.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But you have high hopes for people, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, and they're not just regular injuries; they're like injuries you have to turn and look the other way when they have it.
Yeah.
So
Stroud, I'm a pop, but I'm still a believer in him, and I'm a believer in their team also because their defense is excellent.
Yeah.
I just believe in him. I think the one thing holding him back more than anything, in my opinion, is that offensive line. He has a one receiver. He has the strong defense. It's just that he needs some more protection. And I actually didn't see the concussion, or maybe my my choice here would be different. I heard it was pretty brutal though.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Jaden Daniels.
Woo! Chop. Man, come on, this guy just hurt. And you know what? I don't know if anybody else notices this, and if you've watched football like I watch football, I mean, he's on the sideline when he's not playing, and his team's getting their butts handed to them, and he's smiling and joking on the sideline with his people. Like, I don't know what world he lives in. Right. I mean, I don't know. Growing up, I played sports, whether I was on the field or on the sideline, man, I'm in this game. These are my people, right? This is who I'm going to battle with. And he's out there, he's, joking and laughing and even on the sidelines when they're losing, he's smiling and joke. I mean, maybe that's just his personality, but then he gets on the field and he's having these injuries that I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, this guy is just getting broken like a pretzel.
He's getting beat up bad.
Yeah. Like a stale pretzel.
It's really surprising because I'm chopped for now, for sure. It's really surprising because he didn't get hurt his rookie year and he ran like just as much. So it's just like, I guess just not lucky, because he's gotten beat up, and this should be season ending, right? The left elbow.
No, they said it's dislocated. He's going to miss like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm like, it's his non-throwing arm. So
yeah, it's just like this guy just keeps getting beat up, and
but it's going to be a leg the next time, or a knee, or like a Dak ankle.
You don't even have to look that far, man. You can look in that own organization way back when. Look at their LF goalie. How about RG3? Says Joe Theismann, Alex Smith, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, RG3.
Was RG3 also in the that stadium? Let me know.
He's on that team. I don't know what.
I know he was on the team. I don't know if he's in the stadium, but like it's just like it's that team's position, man. It's tough because I know everyone was always saying that too. Because if you remember, I'm sure you remember, it's like RG3 in his first year was like the excitement was
it was phenomenal. It was running everywhere.
You've never seen this. Like this was unbelievable. Yeah. And I hope we're wrong about this because I think Jaden Daniels is good for football. Like he's exciting to watch when he's on, man. He's freaking awesome.
I just want to share this comment before you go on. Texas Toy Trader says franchises have to be smart enough to protect their best players. Yeah. And I 100% agree. Sometimes these guys are playing much later in the game than they need to be playing.
Yeah, Dan Quinn was like, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't, see that." He's like, "Hindsight's 2020." It's like, maybe I'm silly for this, but I feel like with how much money, like these players are investments. Like, say what you want, they're investments. If you have that much going on, you should have like someone assigned to the role of like, hey, this is out of hand, positively or negatively. This is a threshold of let's get them the F out of here. Right?
Yeah.
Like that should just be a no-brainer for these organizations that bring in this much money.
Yep.
You pay someone $20 an hour to do that.
Hmm.
Like, hey,
and from a fantasy perspective,
I have them. Yeah.
Even in last night's game, right? From a fantasy perspective, where you knew Dallas wasn't going to win that game, right? But they still had everybody on the field going, like trying. So you give it up to the team, like, man, they're just trying everything they've got to win, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, when you really think about what you risk sometimes, and Military Breaker just said, Mahomes sits mid-third when they're way ahead. I mean, there's no sense taking a chance of getting him hurt. So
no. And they had no chance of winning that or coming back. So it was
they had a slight chance if they would have kicked some field goals instead of going
31.
Huh?
They were down 31.
Yeah, but they only ended up losing by 10, and they went for it. They didn't kick a field goal. They went for it. They could have been just down by a touchdown.
Okay.
So they did come back a bit.
All right.
Let's see. John George said same stadium and same yard line. I think that was for Theismann and Theismann and Smith that had the same injury too. I'm not sure if RG3 was in that stadium too.
Oh my God, that's terrible. And maybe he just needs to get traded. Okay, this is the last one that I'll start it off too. I'm gonna say it, and I'll start it off. Brock Purdy, and for me, it's an absolute pop. But this is, in my opinion, this is an absolute buy. Like, I swear to God, he could have came back, and they're like, Mac Jones is just cooking these bad teams since we have the easiest schedule in the league. So why would we rush our guy back?
Mac is an awesome quarterback. Is it time for me to put my XRC PSA 10s up on eBay?
Dude, these past few weeks, you should have had them up. Yeah.
I tell you what, I love the fact that they give him a chance to play, right? And people are always said, does Brock Purdy, is he talented, or does he just have a good organization around him that makes him look good? Everybody's like, no, Brock Purdy is so talented. Oh, he's injured. Let's put in Mac Jones. Let's put Mac in.
If you look at like the higher
great out there,
if you look at the higher metrics, Brock Purdy's like as good as anyone for EPA. He's he's actually excellent. And what I'm saying is that I think since he's been out, I'm sure his price. I haven't even checked. Military Breaker thought I was talking about Brock Bowers. No, Purdy. I think Purdy's an absolute buy right now. If you can get him at a deal, they've got the easiest schedule in the league. They have people who should be coming back eventually, like their receivers. I mean, they're going to be full.
But if we're talking about it from a hobby standpoint,
yeah.
When your cards dip in this hobby, right? Like a Justin Herbert,
if
Brock
they keep
Purdy,
from Herf
it takes a lot for them. It takes a lot for them to come back up. So yes, you're right. You could say, he's a buy right now, but you would really risk for the reward. Like for me, I wouldn't buy a Brock Purdy card to sell or hold to sell at a future time, because I just don't think there'd be enough profit in it. There would be more downside than upside to do that. I can see what you're saying, but
I just don't get it because he's not like injury prone, and it's been like a turf toe thing that they've been slow to put him back because they haven't needed to put him back because of how weak their schedule is, and he's literally going to come back and like dominate the rest of their season and lead them into the playoffs. Like that's how I see it. I don't know how far they'll get in the playoffs this year, but like they're a playoff team easy, and it's not like his value's gone down from poor performance. He's been hurt with a nagging injury. It's not even like a serious injury.
Yeah.
It's not like his turf toes even froze.
Once you dip in this hobby, it's hard to make a comeback. You've got to do some special things to come back.
I disagree. I think it matters. I think it matters how the reason of the dip. But to each his own. I know,
like Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Burrow, all these injuries.
Burrow's been hurt, but like that's so different. How many years has Burrow's been hurt more than he hasn't?
But what I'm saying is, with him, all of a sudden he starts to come back, and people want to get excited about him. But the prices of the cards don't reflect how excited people are that he's coming back.
Yeah.
So when he was way up here, and then he has a season-ending injury, and he comes back, and then a season-ending injury, he comes back, and now another season-ending injury. Right? He just can't keep climbing. His cards market doesn't keep climbing up. I mean, his high-end card market, obviously it's going to sit there because people aren't going to let those go cheap of what their investment is with it, right? But I just think that they never rebound to where they once were.
Yeah, I don't know. Because like Purdy hasn't even had like a serious injury. It's like, I don't know. And they haven't like their teams.
Well, I think that first one, right? His first season with the elbow.
It was in the NFC Championship game when he hadn't lost a game yet as a rookie. Like his story was great. That didn't even hurt his market. Like, and this is not even like it's not even really like an impactful injury to his legacy, like if you will. Like people will forget, like, oh yeah, he like if you look back on his Football Reference page, like in a few years, and be like, oh yeah, Purdy had that nagging injury, and then he came back and he won these games. Or like I'm just assuming that he did, right? Yeah. Like unless he comes back and looks terrible, then Mac Jones to the moon. But like I bet like here's something. If Purdy was like out for the season, I bet you the Mac Jones market would be way stronger. But like I bet you, and there it's rebounded a bit, right? Nothing like it was before, but like Mac Jones sucked. He was bad out there. Like that's objective. That's and it wasn't him, but like
it was a team that was rebuilding, and they had collapsed, and they got rid of a ton of players, and they were rebuilding.
And then he went out in Jacksonville and threw a ton of picks too. Like I'm just saying, like his market decline is very different from Brock Purdy's. Very different.
Oh, 100%.
And so like that's kind of what I'm saying of like the way your market declines, I think is very different. Like if he has this is a minor injury, like it's not like he sucked for 3 years. Like he didn't suck for 3 years. So like
no. I don't even think we could compare his card market, those two card markets together. You couldn't even compare them to. And I wouldn't say, would you ask me, would you rather have a Mac Jones card or a Brock Purdy card? Well, 100%. I'm taking a Brock Purdy card all day long, But
yeah, I actually think Brock Purdy is an interesting in between, not talent wise, not anything of the situations when you talk about this decline of like, because you brought up Burrow, who's been we'll call him chronically ill at this point, because like he's just hurt every year, like the majority of the season, other than like a few years, which he's been excellent. Don't get me wrong, but then you have the other end of like poor performance, lost you your job, which is Mac Jones off of a really hot start. So it's like you have those two things. Brock Purdy's been excellent on a metrics base and has had turf toe for like I don't even know how many weeks. I thought he was going to come back the last 3 weeks, and it's just like, we're going to push it off, like because we're playing the Saints. It's like whatever. Like they're playing horrible teams.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Alrighty, Brock Purdy. That was good because I definitely pop it on Brock Purdy for me. Absolutely. Now I have a few NBA. I left it pretty general for basketball for you. So first we'll go Wemby.
Pop.
Yeah, I think that's as clear of a pop as possible. He looked, and I think I said this too when we like, not a hot take by any means. I was like, it's funny when people compare him to Caitlin Clark because he is like, if he's healthy, he's like a top 5 player in the league, and she is not a top 5 player in
I
the
thought
league.
we were comparing her to Zion.
She keeps it up. She's going to be like Joe Burrow. How about that? She would be like Joe Burrow with the injuries. That's like Joe Burrow may be a way better player, like archetype to Caitlin Clark than Zion, actually. If the injuries continue like that. Come
on, it's just her first year, right? Give her a break. Let her come back and play another year.
It's her second year that she's gotten hurt, right?
Yeah.
This one was a groin that was put her out for like months. Like, let's be real about it. Like, she didn't come back as they were deep in the playoffs, and she was by all accounts, I think a lot of people expect her to be back before the regular season ended. That's what a lot of articles read, because I was up on it because I had a bunch of her cards.
Don't hate.
I'm not hating, but like this
you've seen my shrine. Do not hate.
This is reality, man. Hey, if you have a woman's Joe Burrow collection, I don't think that's a bad thing. Anyways, Wemby, this dude is like as good as there is, and it's his 3rd year in the league. And everyone was really worried about he had DVT, right? He had the deep vein thrombosis.
Yeah.
Which
the blood clots.
Yeah. So and a lot of like there have been multiple like career-ending injuries from that, but to my knowledge, they're all pretty late in their careers. So I don't know how I don't have an MD behind my name. I don't know how that really applies to him like long term, or if it's something they watch. He's also like 7'5", so I think he's more apt to have things like that. Yeah, Military Breaker just said Chris Bosh, but like a question, Military Breaker, did anyone know Chris Bosh? Like, was he still relevant when that happened? Because I think he just stayed in Miami and died out after LeBron left. So I don't know. But Wemby, definitely a pop. That guy is unbelievable. Now the next one, Ken, it's Luka Doncic.
Pop.
Also a pop, absolutely. LA Luka is awesome. LA Luka is awesome.
LA Luka.
Yeah, dude, he is fantastic. He is just a walking like 40-point flirting with a triple-double every night. That guy is unbelievable. And they have Austin Reeves, who has been like 40-plus points whenever he needs to. So unbelievable. That's a big one right there. Can you highlight that last comment from Military Breaker? Euro market boost too. Absolutely. We have major NBA stars from Europe. Dude, like you have Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Wemby, like major stars. It's like who's like the number one American NBA star? I don't even know. Probably still Curry at this point. Maybe Curry or LeBron at this point, but like there's not like I don't think there's like a clear heir apparent because like SGA is Canadian. So yeah. Another great comment from Military Breaker. It's like any Dodgers player, Ohtani, Yamamoto. Don't forget Roki Sasaki. Dude, I mean, if you are a top level Japanese player coming over to the MLB, I think they have to wait till they're like 26 years old to come over from Japan. Why would you want to go anywhere other than the Dodgers? Just hop on, man. You got like that great market, and then geographically, it's like I guess pretty much going to be as close as you can.
And you're
get.
pretty well developed at 26 years old.
Well, that's the thing. Like Ichiro, like he had over 3,000 hits in the MLB, but he started at 26. Like if you took his Japanese stats, he was like well over 4,000 hits. It's unbelievable. So, but yeah, I mean, think about Shohei if he had the extra, because Shohei's like first like Japanese rookie card is like 2013, and his first like MLB card is 2018. That's 5 years. I mean, imagine this guy was doing this for another 5 years here. It's unbelievable. The NPB that the NPB I believe is that's the league or I know there's like a set. No, the set is BBM, but the NPB Military Breaker. Can you help me out here? What does NPB stand for? I think it has something to do with the it's the Japanese league, or I don't know. No, it has something to do with it, but maybe he knows. All right. Pop it or chop it. Grading alternatives other than PSA as a whole.
Pop it or chop it. Grading alternatives other than PSA.
Yeah.
I'm popping it because I just sent some cards to BGS today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also popping it as well. You know what else I saw that's interesting, and I wonder if this makes a push. Is I saw on GemRate a new name that hasn't been on those top for a while. Nippon Professional Baseball. So I think that's the league. Thank you, a military breaker. I saw tag pop up there. Saw tag grading pop up there, which in theory would take out all the subjectivity that we all complain about with grading, but we also pay for.
Yeah, but we'd be afraid to. You'd be super afraid to send your card there.
That's the thing. If you send it there, is that an objective grade? Is it not? Is it a subjective grade, or is it objective?
These people, it's digital, it's computerized. That's gonna be the grade. It's gonna grade it tough. It's gonna grade it hard. It's gonna grade. Be like, yeah, hell no. I'll send it over here. Like, I'll take my chances, right? Then especially you see my setup that I'm looking at cards. I see everything on that card, and I think to myself, if I sent it to a computerized, grading, they're gonna see the stuff that I see under this big magnifying glass with this light and things like that. So I don't know. I mean, it's just, I think if you told everybody, hey, look, if you send it here, there's a really tough grading here, but if you get a 10 there, then it's definitely a 10 versus if you send it over here. I mean, your chances of getting a 10 are probably better, but is it, graded as tough over there? No, probably not. I think people would go to that.
Right? I think that's valuable to have, though.
It is. We're taking a shot since we all know how to get them out of the casing, right?
Yeah.
You hear that all the time. I'm going to send this here and see what it gets. If then if it comes back good, I'll crack it out and send it the other place instead to try to,
In theory, AI grading makes the most sense, right? Like,
yeah, I mean it does, and you know what even makes more sense to me right now is buying the 10s. Just go buy.
there's on some cards, because some there seems to be a premium with how high the gem rate is there. It's like I could just get that myself. But with rarer cards, if you really want it to be if you want it to be a 10, a lot of times those rarer cards, I agree, it may just be easier to go get the 10.
Yeah, just to go buy it. Yep.
I'm gonna skip the next one because that's been talked about quite a bit. Here's one that I'm really interested to see, because I don't know how much you've been paying attention to this, but pop it or chop it, Kaboom Downtowns long term.
Well, we have to separate that. Like right now, I would say we can't put that together, because if you separated that and put Downtowns Pop or Chop and Kabooms Pop or Chop, right? I would chop Downtowns and I would pop Kabooms, because I think they're much more rare than the Downtowns.
Yeah, I hear you, and I get what you're saying, but I personally think they're both pop long term. And maybe not every single Kaboom or every single Downtown. Maybe every single Kaboom. Maybe every single Kaboom. But like a lot of the earlier year Downtowns are way more rare than the more recent year. Like way more rare.
100%. This year I got 6 Don Russ boxes. I pulled 2 Downtowns out of them.
Yeah, I think with the Downtowns, you're probably right. It is more nuanced as to what years they're from, because like the 2018 through 2020 Downtowns seem way more rare and way more desirable. Mm-hmm. Like I think one of the Brady's from like 2020 in attend is like $8,000. The Tillman's now at like $13,000.
Yeah, the Brady Super Bowl, I think, right?
Yeah, so like some of them, I think long term, at the Kabooms long term, I definitely think have that.
And Military Breaker said here the same thing you did when we were talking about this the other day, that the basketball kabooms are just even now. I think they're much more rare, right? That's what you're saying than the football kabooms.
So up until recent, so here's a big difference on Downtowns and Kabooms for basketball. Up until recent, well, you know what? Maybe that first year they were in Blaster Box, but a lot of the past years, like Kabooms were in for basketball, were in Crown, Panini Crown Royale, which was just a hobby box exclusive. So there's gonna be less of them just that way, right? Because you're not going to Target and pulling that. Now they're an absolute at Target or Walmart, the NBA, so they're going to be a bit more popular. But that also made it more rare. And then the Downtowns for basketball. I know back in 2017, I'm not 100% sure if this was the first, but this is the first I know off the top of my head. The Downtowns were in Cornerstone, which I believe was hobby only. And then the Downtowns were more recently for basketball and Panini 1 and 1, which is obviously hobby only.
MEGR7 says Downtowns are just ugly cards in his or her opinion.
A lot of them suck. Yeah.
And Kabooms are definitely better card to hold. And I know they're much more rare. I mean, I also I don't think the Downtowns, I'll tell you what, I don't think the Downtowns are ugly, right? And I really don't have any problem with them because I chase them. I'm chasing them when I'm opening them up. I'm hoping I'm getting a Downtown out of that box because of the value to it. The thing that turns me off about them is the craze at the card shows over these things. It's like, people every sign you walk in buying Downtowns Kabooms case hits, Downtowns Kabooms case hits, and that's what everybody wants. I understand that, but I think it's gotten to a point where it's like, what do you say? Every box I sell, Ken, he pulls Downtowns. I get so many of them, I don't care. Ugly, good looking. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I just think the craze is all over. When I go look in a case, if I see a Downtown, I'll look at it because I'd always want to get one of the original, earlier Downtowns. But any of this new stuff, the 21, 22, 23, 24, now 25, I'm just turned off by it. I would not chase at all.
I would also think it does differentiate between sports too, kind of like you said, especially like football is kind of its own. There's so many more Downtowns and Kabooms in football than anything else, I feel like.
Yeah.
So it really is different. The football, the basketball Downtowns, he goes, Downtowns are just ugly cards. If you see some of the Panini 1 and 1 Downtowns, they're awesome. Like the basketball ones, they're awesome.
Yeah.
And it's it's just a different intention behind the art with them and how they created them. They're not all just the silver chromium back, which is cool and is also not it's just my personal favorite Downtown, it's because my favorite player is the 2017 Jason Tatum, and it's literally he's shooting a ball in the Boston Harbor, and there's a lobster there. There's all sorts of cool stuff and cool artwork, which I like, but some of them are just the one Downtown I can't stand, and I get he likes ketchup, but the Mahomes with the ketchup bottle, exactly what I was going with.
Yeah.
That's stupid, right? That's
hey, it sells.
And there's wolves. Is that there's a wolf? What?
Yeah.
I don't.
They couldn't make up their mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I still like the looks of the Kabooms, and I think they're just. It's crazy because it's just that and the player on the card, right? It's not all this.
It's a nice design. Yeah, it's its own thing. It's a unique design. It pops. And the gold and green Kabooms are awesome. I don't know how I feel about the first off the line. Have you seen these purple ones? That they're not numbered, I think. The new purple Kabooms from this year.
From football?
Yeah. I think it's first off the line exclusives. They're purple, and I'm just like,
oh no, I haven't seen
I
them.
think we're doing too much. I think
and number them. Number them.
I could be wrong. I don't think they're numbered.
No,
I
but they
could be
should
wrong
number
though. Yeah.
They say you got a case hit, and then all of a sudden you're pulling 10 out of a case.
Military breaker goes purple kaboom chop. Yeah. It just
I know Sherry would want that purple kaboom.
Hey, there you go. Different market.
Yeah.
And I think we'll end on that one because I think that was a good one. The good one to end on for the popular chop it. So wrapping up here, you have any thoughts or want to reiterate where you're going for your show?
Saturday, Yorktown Titan Card Show. 22nd, 23rd is Mohegan, 29th, big show in Bristol. That's all I have from now to the end of the month.
Yep. And I am tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Whatnot. I got a bunch of good stuff to run, and then I'll be there with you at Mohegan on the 22nd, and then I'll be with you at the big show on the 29th. Yep. So my rare card show appearances will be coming up too.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back weekends.
Yeah.
So all right, man. Another great episode. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight and participated. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please like, please subscribe, and we will be back next week with a brand new episode.
All righty.
I'll see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.